back with the outreach manager, and this is the video talking about how to then get content created to submit. So again, we went through the prospects, we sent a bunch of outreach emails. When people respond, they ask us for a pitch, they ask us for an idea. I showed you how to generate content ideas very easily, send them a pitch, and now we're back here ready for a draft. So this is the point where either, if the person said, yeah, either go ahead and send us a draft or send us a pitch, and they accepted the pitch, now we are ready to get the content written. And again, you were not expected to write that content. We have content writers that we found. The project manager found some good content writers, set up some tags, and now we're ready to go ahead and contact them with the blog post to get written. So after we pitch the editor or they've asked for a draft, we need to assign a content writer to create it. We built out a list of content writers beforehand in the project setup. This list is located in the Writers tab. Each writer will have an associated tag. You can see it down here in the tag column. If the guest post was tagged with a 4, we're going to match that with a writer who was assigned a 4. So we're going to match the tag with the guest post opportunity with the writer with the same tag. That's a tongue twister, but I'm going to cover that more in 1 second. Simply send them an email talking to the writer, letting them know that we need a draft. Also send them the guidelines URL and any other thing that we need done. Make sure to tell them to write the link into the content. So let's go into this a little bit more in detail. So again, Blogalini came back to us. We sent her a pitch. She said, I love it. Go ahead and send me the draft. So again, we said that the draft was about, holiday marketing. So let's say here, so again, let's just pretend like this is Blogalina. This is a 5. So the tag for this guest post is a 5. So we need a really good writer because it's a high quality. So we come down here into the Writers tab and we look at the tag column. So again, this guy, he's assigned tags 1 through 3. And then these two guys, these are assigned tags 4 through 5. These are really good writers. You see, they're a little bit more expensive. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this guy's email. Let's say Steven is not writing any emails. We're going to come up here and we're going to send them a draft request, right? So you'll do this from your email, but it would just say something like, hey, Steven, bandwidth to write a draft for us. Again, pardon my spelling. I have all these templates built out for you, but so what we're going to include in here so he knows, we're going to put in the title. So title and topic would be, holiday marketing tips. Guidelines URL. We're gonna send him the guidelines URL so he knows, he can actually come in here and let me just go back. So here's the guidelines URL. So we're gonna send him the guidelines URL so he knows he can see the content length, the tone, all that stuff. And then we're gonna say, please link to, and then what we're gonna do again, because we went through and we assigned these targets, this is where the targets come into play. So we're going to look, and we're going to look to see if any of these, off the top of our head are relevant. If they're not, then they're not. So this one here is about, WordPress blogging. So we're just going to take this and say, please link to this page. So this is one of the client's target pages. So this is how we're going to work the link in. So now this writer knows, he knows what the topic is about. He knows what the guidelines are about, and he knows where he wants us to link to. So now he can actually write the content around this link to make sure that it gets included and it gets ingrained within that piece of content so they cannot drop that link. This is extremely important. We need that link to be included. So we really want to make sure that the content is formulated around that. So when I send this, he'll know that what the topic is about. He'll know the guidelines are about. And, he might come back with saying, hey, do you have any more information? And that's fine. We can find some more articles. You can send him this article about Thanksgiving, or you can just Google, holiday marketing. Let me just do this real quick. We'll call it Thanksgiving online marketing tips. So let's see this. 5 Thanksgiving marketing tips. So we can just actually come through these and see if we like them. Host an event, blah, blah, blah. This is great. So we can say, hey, here's, that was annoying. Here's an article with good information. So now he's got some more information. He's got everything he needs now to write it. So again, we want to make sure that he includes that link. The writer should know all about this. The project manager will communicate to him all that stuff. He should know how to write the content around that link and make sure that it's included naturally into the post. But again, it's really that simple. So it takes a little bit of getting used to the process to come up with content ideas. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world, but you'll pick it up. The more that you do it, the better that you'll get. But again, I mean, use the tools at your resource. Check the right for us page. Make sure that we're staying on top of what they want. Use Topsy. Find relevant content. Once they respond and tell you what they want and say, yeah, go ahead and send us a draft, make sure you communicate that to the writer. Make it easy for them, because if you make it easy for them, it'll make it easy for you, because the content won't get kicked back. You know, we want to make sure that the content gets written one time, we submit it, they accept it, and we're good. The less communication that you have to do back and forth, the better. So make sure you're putting in the time to do the research on the content, on the target site, and really communicating that to the right writer to get that done. So that's how to get content created. In the next video, I'm going to wrap this all up, put a pretty bow on it, and we'll be done with guest posting.